Hey guys, what is up? It is Emmy Ray with Iron Pine Homestead, and I'm so excited to get this video going because here at Iron Pine Homestead, we don't believe that you have to have hundreds of acres to get started. And I know this is going to upset some people, but this is why we have the term urban homesteading, because homesteading is no longer about having dozens of acres and big, beautiful gardens and having really that magazine life. It is about becoming self sufficient. It is about relying on yourself and learning new skills. It is about slowing down in the moment. So let me tell you that even if you had those dozens and dozens of acres, if you're not learning the homestead mindset now, it is still going to feel chaotic. And do you want to know why? It's because the hustle culture has really done a number on us on making us believe that we have to have everything figured out. We have to have everything efficient and going fast. And if we're not being busy, then we're somehow doing something wrong, or we're falling behind, or we're not living to our full potential. What if I told you that living our full potential is actually living a more intentional life versus one that's busy just to be busy? What if it's learning how to learn new skills? What if it's learning to make something from scratch? What if it's starting where we are today instead of trying to fit into this busy, busy world that is just always on a hamster wheel? I want you to picture your dream homestead. What does it make you feel? How does it look? Does it have like this beautiful aura around it? You see yourself on your porch drinking your coffee in the morning and maybe some chickens or ducks running around, and it's just beautiful. Now, if I told you to start it tomorrow, what does your brain come up with? I bet it starts telling you, I'll start when life slows down. I don't have the money to do that right now. I'll do that later on. I have other things. Your brain is going to come up with 100 excuses why you cannot live that lifestyle because we've been conditioned that slowing down means we're not doing enough. And trust me, before we moved out here, we were 100% in the hustle culture. We were always on the go, waking up last minute and running out the door to get to school, work, and it was always constant chaos. And I never noticed the shift until one small thing happened. We started taking the first 5, 10, sometimes 15 minutes if we have it, and just being in the moment, drinking our coffees or kid coffee, no screens, just being there. And I've noticed all the way from Tomas to me to our 2 kids, we have seen the mindset shift through all 4 of us. All of us have made that mindset shift. And we even had a moment with our oldest where we had this beautiful conversation with him where he said, I just feel like I'm living a dream life right now, Mom, because I can just go to my room or I can play outside. I feel like me and my brother just get along so much better, and we just can do so much more stuff. And that was a really beautiful moment for me and Tomas, because it was just one of those things that we realized even the kids are noticing it just by changing our mindsets. And that's not to say that it never gets chaotic, because if any of you are following us on our blog or are listening to the podcast, our first few weeks were absolutely chaos. And it taught us that we have to slow down. So now when chaotic things happen, we have that moment of just pause. Let's take a look at how this is. Let's reframe the madness and find the message. Because I think that's the misconception around homesteading, is that yes, everybody thinks homesteading is having the beautiful gardens and having acres of land and livestock and giant canning room full of all of my preserved goods. But what that's missing, that's just the aesthetic magazine cover. What you're missing is the real heart of homesteading. And the heart of homesteading is just slowing down, is becoming a little more self-sufficient, is taking that time to live with nature and grow at your own season instead of somebody else's time clock. People automatically assume that if you're living a slow life, that it's boring, that there's nothing happening, that you just have all this extra time to do nothing with. And that's not true. Let me tell you, because we are always doing something here. There's always something happening or going on, and we always have plans. We can slow down and enjoy. Right now, our season is growing and learning to grow. That is our skill this season, is learning to grow our own gardens. And yes, we've grown little things here and there. As you can see, I have my little potted plants here, and I have plants all over the house, but we're really learning how to grow food now. Grow with intention instead of just aesthetics. And that is the beauty of it, is being able to slow down and live in that intentional moment. Now, maybe you don't start with gardening. Maybe you want to learn to sew. Maybe there's some other way you can learn to be self-sufficient in your day, making one meal from scratch, making next week, making a different meal from scratch. You can learn a skill and then skill stack on it and learn another skill that builds on it. And that is where the real heart of homesteading comes in, is slowing down to learn those skills instead of trying to find the most efficient way to get it done and become a master at it overnight, because nothing here happens overnight. Plants don't grow overnight. Masters don't get made overnight. We are always learning as we continue. So if there's one thing that you take from today, I hope that it's really learning to find some way to be self-sufficient, to slow down in your day. Whether it's like us and taking 5-10 minutes in the morning to just be present. Whether it's learning a skill like gardening or sewing or something that's going to help you be more self-sufficient. I hope you find something in some way today, not tomorrow, not, oh, when I have the time or the money, something today that you can start now to shift your mindset. And I want you to put it below, because as much as you guys have been supporting us, we're here to support you too. And if there's a way that we can help cheer you on or help you through the process, that's what we're here for. And if you're still sitting here like, I just don't know, this mindset shift sounds like it's going to take me a while, or it just sounds like it's going to be a lot of work, you're in luck. Because I have been working on something, especially as I'm getting into this homesteading and seeing how many people will stop me and say, hey, this is beautiful. I love that you're doing this. I wish I could have that. And you can. So I've created a mini course called the Beginner Homestead Mindset, and it's going to be dropping in just a week. And I want you to get on the waiting list, which I will drop the link below, because I want to help you get into that homesteading mindset. Because even if you're not starting your gardens or you're not getting onto a homestead tax property yet, I want you to start with the homestead mindset, because I don't believe that you have to start on a homestead before you can have the homesteading mindset. So if you need more help with that, please click that link below and get added to that waiting list. So again, if you've learned anything here, drop it below on how you're going to start your slow down mindset and your homesteading mindset today, so we can support you. Bye guys.